The Seahawks master plan continues to be revealed. Let's talk about what Coach had to say about Nick Emmanwori, a player that some pundits call the Seahawks' secret weapon. What's going on, everybody? Christian Pedersen back with another episode of Seahawks Digest. The show hosted by the guy who realizes I say Seahawks a lot, still figuring out the cadence of a YouTube show, bringing you daily reaction, content, highlights, memes, all that kind of stuff. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all putting up with hey, it's off season for all of us. But that doesn't mean there's not Seahawks stuff to talk about. So on this one, like I said, we're going to get to Nick Emmanwori and some of the quotes coming out from Coach about what his ceiling is going to be potentially this season. And spoiler alert, he's going to be really, really good at his job. Before that, though, we got to talk about someone else that's really, really good at their job, and that's Prize Picks. They are the sponsor for today's video. They are bringing you all a sweet hookup if you use the code DIGEST when you sign up. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports pick app, and the best way to get in on the action right now, if you use that code DIGEST, new users get $50 instantly when playing your first $5 out. It helps out the channel. It helps you guys. It helps all of us. Thank you very much to Prize Picks. Okay, on today, let me pull up the headline that I saw as I'm scrolling through that kind of got me in this mindset. Macdonald hints at Seahawks plan for Nick Emmanwori in year 2. First season for our boy. I think fantastic is a very simple way to put it. The numbers are good in terms of what's just quickly Googleable, and not that everybody views sports in the modern era in a simple little phone-sized, downloadable, digestible bits, but sometimes, you don't have time for a 45-minute deep dive as to, like, why this dude is really, even though he only has a couple of this or a few of those, that he's actually providing so much more because his physical presence takes away part of the field. It's kind of what you get here. Yes, those numbers are good, but from the sense of what Coach is talking about with the potential for him this year, I think we're going to be feeling a lot bigger impact. Let's get to what he said when he was asked about Emmanwori. 2 parts here that we're going to get to, so I will do some reading for those of you that are viewing this on a small phone. I am sorry if for this being maybe too small a font. There's more things that Nick can do on the field, and I think you're looking at a balance of sharpening the things that he did last year, which is really great, Macdonald said. I mean, he had a tremendous year, so let's go attack a lot of the fundamentals of what he's doing last year and make it even more potent. So that's we know he's already great half of the formula. If we're building like a success sandwich here, don't know what that metaphor is. Still figuring all this out. But you get what I'm saying. Like if that's one half of the base, maybe the better word here that he uses is it's a foundation. It's back to laying a foundation right now, Macdonald said, of all of the activities and planning that they've been up to in the offseason. Then once we get to camp, I think we're going to let the team and his skill set and where he's at preparation-wise kind of dictate where we can take it. But right now, we haven't seen anything that he hasn't been able to do on the football field, which is really cool. Let me say that second part again, that last little bit, because that's all this preamble is to drive home that last bit. There's nothing on the field that they've seen from him that they feel that he is incapable of doing. That is such a blank check for chaos and success. And I say chaos in like causing chaos for the opponents, not in the Antonio Brown sense of chaos, but the chaos and opportunity that you can present with a guy where it's like, we can play him press, we can play him off, we can move him here, we can do this. What's the Dennis Rodman meme from The Last Dance where he's doing the like, if you got a guy that can, yes, be consistently good at the base underlying skills part of his job, the fundamentals, the base install that they're talking about that they're doing right now, but that can then be moved into, maybe it's not even from drive to drive, but from game to game, be schemed into different opportunities and slots in a way that is just sort of a wild cardy kind of move. That, again, feels like something where you can pull up the numbers, I'm using the air quotes because I get that these are the most base distilled down stats, but sometimes got to just talk to a Just, you don't have to overcomplicate things always. Like, that's good. That's real good. But what is, like, add a couple sacks, add a couple interceptions, maybe add a couple of both. But if it's someone where he's put into a playmakery position and they're saying that there's nothing that they haven't seen from him, that feels like somebody that you can always line up in a way. And again, maybe this is me oversimplifying it, but if you can always find a different slot to line him up in, you can always find the advantage for him. You can find the weak spot. You can say that on this team, they don't have a tight end, we'll line him up there. On this team, they don't have a deep threat, we'll line him up there. On this team, well, have you ever seen him, be the kicker or whatever it is? I'd say that sarcastically, but I say that also at the same time. Like, if I will remind you again, the quote is, we haven't seen anything that he hasn't been able to do on the football field, which is really cool. So that's a every single week he's walking into a situation where there's potential to put him in just for, hey, that 1 3rd down, boom, in the backfield. That one deep ball, oh, he came over on this disguise cover. Like, that's awesome. And I think that we're going to see a ton more of that if you're to believe what Mike Macdonald's level of excitement is on this guy. So that's where I'm at. Drop a comment on what you think his ceiling is going to be or could be this year. And before we get out of here, as always, we got to say thank you again to Prize Picks. They're America's #1 sports pick app and the best way to get in on the action. And if you get in on that action right now for the first time using the code DIGEST, DIGEST, you'll get $50 when you play your first 5. It helps the channel out a ton. They've got a bunch of different promotions going on right now. They got the Scary Hours boost during the NBA Finals. That series is going crazy. I don't have to be a dedicated basketball fan to enjoy good performance there, and there's a lot of great stuff to get in on there. And right now, they're dropping Scary Hours boost to boost all your lineups. They've got Flex Fridays back in full swing. Flex your Friday payout boost. Get a 40% higher payout every Friday. And Taco Tuesdays. I mean, who does not love Taco Tuesdays? They're going nowhere. Our board is serving up discounted projections all Tuesday, all day long. Code DIGEST to get in on the action at Prize Picks. Thank you again to them for being our sponsor in today's video. Use the code that is in the link, the comment, the bio. It's find the code, or find the link, use the code, leave a comment. Until next time, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Seahawks Digest. We'll talk to you guys soon.